So if you're like me, you have a love for cameras and you want to look into the Fuji camera system, but you can't decide if you want to go for the XT3 or the XH1, then this might be the video for you to help you decide which one you want to go for. So stay tuned. All right, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Donald, aka Ben Wonderful here. And today's video, like I said at the beginning, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about the XT3 and the XH1. I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts and let you know some of the differences you can look forward to if you are trying to decide on which one of these two cameras to get, because they are very similar. So with that being said, the XT3 is the newer camera, has a newer sensor in this camera. The autofocus, the processor, everything's a little bit better and a little bit newer. It also shoots 4K up to 60 frames per second and offers internals 10-bit. Obviously, the newer camera on the surface, it may be the better camera. However, this XH1, even though the sensors are a little bit older and the processing power is a little bit worse, like I said, the autofocus is, in general, Fuji's autofocus isn't perfect. It's pretty good though, but processing autofocus is not as good in the XH1. However, it does have IBIS in this camera, which the XT3 lacks. Depending on what type of video maker or photographer you are, this may be a handy tool, because a lot of the great Fuji lenses, especially their prime lenses, they don't even come with stabilization. So if you want to use pretty much any Fuji lens, then the XH1 might be more appealing. Now, some of the benefits financially is that the XH1 is on sale and the price keeps going down. So if you're lucky, you can look around, you might find a really good deal. When I got this, it came with the battery grip and it was about $1,300. This, with just the body, when I bought this, was about $1,500, I think, or $1,600 or something like that. But anyways, it's more expensive. So if you're on a budget, you get the extra battery grip and everything with this, which typically when the battery grip came out, it was like $300 something. So if you're looking for a deal, this definitely is going to be more appealing. When it comes to photography, I have a way of thinking about photography. I think if you are generally going to be taking photos, most people, especially enthusiasts like myself and other people, then your cell phone is probably going to be good enough for you. If you don't want to get into learning the camera system, your phone's going to probably do the job. So I usually recommend cameras to people that want to get into video. Even though these are made for photos, I usually recommend them for people that want to get into the video world though. So as far as more differences between these two cameras, obviously the XH1 has a little bit bigger body to accommodate that IBIS, that built-in image stabilization. The shutter release mechanism on this is a little different. It's soft, and I do like the way it feels. It's kind of more spongious, and whereas though this one, we have the hard stop, and of course you can customize it by putting in these little shutter release dials. So that's pretty nice. I like being able to have some kind of customization on it. Physically, aside from being a little bit bigger, on the top of the XH1, you have a little LCD screen which displays your battery and how many shots you have if you're in photos and how much time you have left on your videos. Just some information even when you have the battery off. Another thing these two have in common is the battery. They share the same battery, so if you were to get both cameras, those batteries will be interchangeable. But be warned, if you haven't used the Fuji camera before, the battery is not really that great. So I didn't intend for this to be a really long video. I just want to tell you a little bit about these two cameras. I've been using these for the last couple of months. I had the XT3 a little bit longer than the XH1. You're probably thinking, like, why did you pick up the XH1 if you had the XT3? Is, like I said, I'm a camera enthusiast. I love cameras, love trying different cameras, and the IBIS is what drew me to this camera. And to be honest, ever since I got the XH1, I've used it a lot more than I used the XT3, even though, like I said, the autofocus in the XT3 is just a little bit better. Most of the time when I use my XH1, I'm behind the camera anyway, so it's not really an issue. This IBIS is really handy. Like I said, I can use, like right here, I have the 16 1.4 on there. It doesn't have stabilization built in the lens, but having that body with in-body stabilization is a real big benefit. So the real question you guys are probably asking me, like, what are you making this long video for? Tell me which one is the better camera. I don't know if I can necessarily say which one is the better camera for you, but for me, I think overall, I probably would say the XT3 might be the better camera because, like I mentioned, it has the newer processor, it has the better autofocus. And when it comes to stabilization, if you're trying to do B-roll or you're trying to do some kind of cinematic footage, you can get a gimbal. So, that's extra money out the pocket. So if you don't want to spend that extra money, then you probably want to look more into the XH1. Or you can just wait and see when the XH2 comes out. If you want to get into the camera game and you want to get something today, price, IBIS, this one. Better specs, 4K 60, better autofocus, this one. It's as simple as that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you got something out of it. I'm gonna try to get out of the studio more often. I have a very busy schedule. I work 6 days a week, 12-hour shifts. So I gotta just squeeze videos in when I can and try to edit and do them around my work schedule. I'm gonna try to get more videos and get out. And you know, I have some new lenses and different things that I wanna make videos on. So hopefully I can get out and make some of that for you guys. So if you like this video, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and for that future content that's gonna be coming your way. And hit the like button, show some love for your boy, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace. One more thing I forgot to mention about the XH1 that, you know, some of you guys might like a little bit more is the grip is actually really nice in the hand. The XT3, I personally don't mind the grip, but I heard is when people make their negatives and they talk about their issues with the XT3, they don't like the grip. Some of the people don't like that grip. So, you know, that's something to consider also when you're thinking about these two cameras. So anyways, that's it. I'll see you guys later.